It's Morpheus. He just called.
He says he needs your help. He's got Neo. Why does he need you?
Shut up and hit the button.
The Wachowski brothers felt that there should be a Matrix video game from the very beginning. They wanted to make the video game directly related to the movie.
This is Thaddeus, Captain of the Osiris. We're going to attempt an emergency broadcast drop in the Matrix. All we can do is hope.
Sparks, I want the ship's guns online right now.
In the video game, there's certain information from the film footage that you don't get from the movie.
Morpheus is on the freeway just ahead of you.
You get to see these other characters and how they interact and who they are through the video game. That's really never been done before.
First mention of the video game was that it was like a third movie. And it had this whole amazing, intricate story weaved into the stories of the movies.
Operator.
Get me out of here, Sparks.
Oh, I can't watch this. You've basically taken Reloaded and expanded it out into two parallel stories, not just the film, not just the game. They're actually fully connected in every way. Uh-oh, heads up, guys, incoming.
In the video game, we would perform a mission, and at the end of the mission, we walk right into movie footage. That movie footage would run directly with what just happened in Reloaded.
Damn, not who I was hoping for.
So instead of doing a parallel universe where you just basically see exactly the action that takes place in the film in the game, you get to see everything that doesn't take place in the movie in the game.
The Matrix is written by the boys, directed by the boys, cut by the boys. So they're actually directly involved in the making of the video game, which was their idea from the beginning, which has never been done before.
You have to make me believe.
One of the things that's really been exceptional is that we've been able to share assets directly with the crew, Owen Patterson as well, because he was able to give us blueprints of things he hadn't even built yet.
The look of the game is of interest to me. I want to ensure that the video game, it comes back, or the console game rather, it comes back and feels like you are in the Matrix.
Larry and Andy insisted that the same, incredible kind of resources that are used on a film set were used for this video game footage. That meant that all the same equipment was used, the same film stock, the same actors, all the same crew. There were hundreds of people on this set, and they're working on a video game.
The brothers don't really treat the film scenes any differently than they would the game scenes. They're all shot with the same attention to detail.
Niobe almost didn't make it. We need you here. The Sentinels are closing in.
On one day, Jada Pinkett may be working on a scene in the movie. The next day, she may be doing motion capture for the game. Next day, she'll be shooting a scene for the game.
Presume that you were present during this latest act of insubordination.
I was.
This way, the boys could write the game, they could create the game, they could shoot elements of the game, and then the game can actually come out day and date with the movie, which couldn't have happened before. Wu Ping and his crew were working on all the fight choreography of the movie. We're also doing all the fight choreography of the game.
We used Master Wu Ping and his team to take fight moves to another degree that gives such an enormous variation to the player. There's visual effects in the game, unique visual effects that are based on elements that they're already creating in the films, but that we get to reuse the same shot in a different way with different characters.
It's good to be home.
You're going to see versions of shots that you'll find in the movie sort of reworked from Ghost and Niobe's point of view.
You don't have $1 million visual effects shots in games normally.
Ghost created distraction.
Everybody has been able to work together to make the most incredible game you've ever played. You gotta see it. I mean, you gotta see it. When you grab hold of those controls and when you start punching those buttons, I mean, you'll see you can do things you've never done before.
Man, reality can be a bitch.
Tell me about it. We scattered the post office.
Is the drop still clean? Let's go.
We've made a game that has exploration, it has shooting, it has fighting, flying, driving, hacking.
And on top of that, you get an hour-long Matrix movie interspersed within the game that you can't see anywhere else.
It's a very special key, meant only for the one. Will you bring it to him?
What does it unlock?
The future.
The game has 3 levels of media in it. One is full motion video, which is essentially stuff directed by Larry and Andy. They actually shoot on their sets with the principal actors.
The machines are digging.
They're boring from the surface straight down to Zion.
And that'll appear in the game, sort of DVD style. The next level of media, which is the interactive part. Those are also dramatic fixed scenes. The actors are based on motion capture, so the game will interact with the player. And then there's the game.
The fight moves we have are so much further beyond your standard kicks and punches that you've seen in a game. They're just sort of mind-blowing moves that Master Wu would choreograph for us.
When you're playing this video game, you're actually going to be playing his stunt actors delivering fantastic three-dimensional fighting moves. And the only way to do that is with motion capture.
We have these cameras. It's like 20 different cameras in all these different directions. Basically, we would act out certain scenes for the video game. And oh, it was a trip.
Why do you do that?
Past experience can never prove the future.
The Matrix, the video game, has got more motion capture in it than any game I've ever seen. A typical video game would only take 3 weeks to shoot. We did 6 months of capture for the Matrix, the video game.
The facial motion capture on Hugo here.
We had all the major actors in for facial capture. You're just capturing their face, so then you can take that image and put them into many different environments for the purposes of the game.
All these tiny, tiny balls all over my face to capture every single movement of my face.
They'd go roll, and you'd have to do like the same line, 20, 30 times.
Dig in. Come on! Dig in! Dig in. Dig in! Dig in!
Both Anthony Wong and Jada Pinkett had to act together in this video game format, which is a strange format where they're trying to perform so that the computer can pick up their movements. You don't really know what they went through to get this, but they did a fantastic performance.
Oh, shit. So here we are, Jada and I, trying to do these very serious scenes. But I'm looking at Jada, and she's got balls all over her, and I've got balls all over me. It was kind of surreal.
Like using all these makeshift vehicles, like the Firebird. It's like this wooden platform with these foams, sticks on these C-stands that we're using as doors, and that's probably where I did my real acting.
Keep in touch.